Let's go! One of the best ways to make money through cryptocurrency investing is by following the current trends of what is already popular. For example, at the end of December of 2020, DeFi took off and projects within the space started doing huge multiples in price. This is what we refer to the DeFi summer. If you were around back then, let me know down in the comment section. Some other recent examples of the trending categories have been NFT and Binance Smart Chain projects, which we have been talking about a lot on this channel. As you all know, projects within these two sectors have been doing extremely well recently, but a lot of people have also felt like they missed out because they did not get into projects in those fields before they started seeing huge pumps. And while there's certainly still money to be made there, which we are going to be talking about consistently on this channel, a 50 or 100x are much more likely if you invest in projects at their very beginnings. Imagine getting into CakeSwap when it was very early. Imagine getting into BNB when it was only at $20. Well, if you are one of the people who has not gotten into some of these trends ahead of the crowds, then this is for you. I'm going to bring you the next opportunity I think is going to do very well. So I will be sharing what I think could be one of the next areas of crypto to really take off, and that is the Solana ecosystem. So let's talk about it. Solana is a fast, secure, and censorship-resistant blockchain providing the open infrastructure required for global adoption. In other words, it is a competitor to Ethereum, Cardano, and Binance Smart Chain, and actually any other smart contract platforms created to be base layer protocols. You remember, we talked about base layer protocols in one of my earlier videos. I think it was 1 or 2 videos ago. So, unlike those other projects that I just mentioned, Solana has not experienced a significant wave of hype yet, in spite of the many attractive features it has. In this video, I will be sharing an overview of what sets Solana apart from other blockchains, how to use Solana, and some projects that are already using it. If you learn how to interact with Solana right now, then you will be one step ahead of everyone else in the future. So that is definitely something you will want to watch. Before I get started, make sure to subscribe with post notifications on, because I post multiple videos about the best projects in crypto and how I am trading through these market conditions every day. So if you are interested in making money in the crypto markets, you want to subscribe right now and activate the bell icon. So let's get started with an overview of the Solana blockchain and what makes it special. Solana was created in 2017, so it's actually pretty old, but with the goals of being censorship resistant and being able to support a much higher throughput of transactions at higher speeds and lower costs than any other existing blockchains. Of course, this is what a lot of blockchains are trying to do. But the creator of Solana, Anatoly Yakovenko, knew he would need to come up with a new strategy for securing his blockchain if it was going to be able to reach those goals. Eventually, he came up with the idea of a proof of history timing mechanism, which would be used along with a proof of stake system. Okay, sounds exciting. This innovative idea worked, and the result is the Solana blockchain, which can process more than 50,000 transactions per second at an average cost of 1/1000th of a cent per transaction. So yeah, that's pretty cheap. How cheap is that? Well, let's put it into perspective. So if you got $10, you could send 1 million transactions. Think about that. You have $10, that would be able to send you 1 million transactions on the Solana blockchain. I am sure that to any of you who have used Ethereum recently, that sounds like a dream come true. So along with the cheap transactions comes an average block time of less than 1 second, meaning that there's no waiting 10 minutes to hope your transaction is confirmed like on Ethereum. I know some of you are probably already wondering why people would choose Solana over Binance Smart Chain. After all, the Binance Smart Chain has also cheap fees and transactions, and the fast transaction, as you say. But however, the next feature of Solana is what sets it apart from the Binance Smart Chain, and that is its decentralization and censorship resistance. As I mentioned already, censorship resistance was one of the main goals of the Solana blockchain, and that is achieved by being as decentralized as possible. We can see real-time statistics on the Solana chain's decentralization at solanabeach.io. The way the Solana network is ensured is by changing what is known as the leader about once every second. The job of the leader is to confirm the transactions during their slot time. On other chains, this role is often called a validator. By changing the leader so frequently, it makes it extremely hard for any malicious stakers to do anything bad to the network. Unlike most other proof-of-stake chains, there is not a minimum amount of Solana needed to be staked to become a validator. This further increases decentralization, as on other chains the amount of tokens needed can prohibit people without large amounts of money from participating in securing the network. For example, as we all know, stakers for Ethereum 2.0 must dedicate 32 Ethereum to the process, which is, at current prices, about $64,000, and that is quite a big amount of money. We can also see that on this site that a majority of the Solana tokens are currently being staked. Out of the nearly 264 million tokens circulating, 206 million are already staked. That means about 78% of the circulating supply is staked and 54% of the total supply. This is not only good in terms of security of the blockchain, but also because it decreases the number of tokens being actively traded, which can help to push the price upwards, which I think a lot of you people care about as well. So the Binance Smart Chain, on the other hand, is actually not a very decentralized chain due to the fact that the Binance Exchange owns more than 80% of the total BNB supply. This does not matter to some people who are just looking to make profits, but to some projects and individuals who care about decentralization, this is essential. Now, I have a quick guide on how to use the Solana blockchain, as it can always be a little confusing when trying out new chains, so we got you covered. It is pretty much the same thing as using Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, or any other blockchain. All you need is a wallet and some SOL tokens to pay fees. One of the most popular wallets is the Solana wallet, and you can create one by going to solana.io. This wallet can be used with Solana, of course, as well as SPL tokens, which of course is what the ERC20 standard tokens are for Ethereum. That is SPL tokens for the Solana blockchains. So to create a wallet, just copy down your seed words, click continue, and then set a password if you want to, and then you're done. You can add SPL tokens by clicking here, and all you need to do is to connect this wallet to the dApps on Solana and have it open and click connect on whatever site you're trying to connect it to. So this is pretty similar to if you're using MetaMask. In case you do not want to use the Solid wallet, some other options are the Solflare wallet and Math wallet. To get started, once you have your wallet set up, you just need to supply it with some SOL tokens, which can be purchased on Binance, FTX, and the Serum Decks, along with several other smaller centralized exchanges. Speaking of the Serum Decks, it is one of the most popular projects currently on the Solana chain. As you know, DEXs are essential to pretty much anything related to DeFi and dApps in general, because there needs to be somewhere to buy the tokens for all of the different protocols. The Serum Decks was created by FTX and Alameda Research and puts a lot of other DEXs to shame. Not only does Serum have super cheap fees and rapid transactions, but it is also non-custodial, has spot and derivatives markets, and uses an on-chain order book. This means that you can place limit orders rather than having to take whatever price is available like you do with other DEXs. Serum is also working on cross-chain asset swaps, decentralized stablecoins and oracles, and wrapped versions of assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a lot of ERC20 tokens. So Serum is just one of many projects that have either been built on Solana or that have extended their services function on Solana as well as other blockchains. If you want to see a full list of projects building on Solana right now, then you can scroll through it on their website as well as filter them by what services they offer. The list is not super long right now, but it has been growing faster recently as more individuals and projects discover the benefits of Solana. For example, the two largest stablecoins, Tether and USDC, both decided to branch their services out to include functionality on Solana. Interestingly, if you remember, USDC actually partnered with Visa back in December. I am purely speculating here, but perhaps USDC plans on using Solana to process the transactions that results from that Visa partnership, because Visa generates way more transactions than what would be logical to process on Ethereum right now. I'm sure you're aware of that already. Solana, on the other hand, could handle those transactions with ease and at a fraction of the price. So in conclusion, I would not be surprised to see the rate of growth on Solana start speeding up. Binance Smart Chain has, in a sense, opened the eyes of people that chains other than Ethereum can actually work well. And now that more people are realizing that they are likely to try things other than Binance Smart Chain as well, as Solana is actually a very logical choice. So In other words, do not sleep on Solana. And if you enjoyed this video, if you don't want to miss out on the next big opportunity, let me know down in the comment section if you enjoyed this video first, but also subscribe to the channel, of course. Let's now jump into a secondary video. Let's talk about the markets in general. I posted this video a couple of hours ago and I talked about a big opportunity in Bitcoin, and we saw a huge breakout out of my opportunity. So a lot of money was made there. So let's jump into that Bitcoin video and I will see you right there.